Hi, what's up, you guys? It's Shane, and welcome back to another speed build. Today we are doing a limited pack build where we are building a spa here in Oasis Springs, only using base game and spa day. One of my friends requested this when I was asking them for build ideas, and I thought it would be a lot of fun to do. I am building this on the lot where burners and shakers typically is, because you have the other gym in the other world. So if you were to place this, you wouldn't be without a gym, but you'd have a nice little spa. I ended up calling it Palm Spa Nails because I couldn't think of anything that sounded more spa-like. And I definitely didn't want to call it Burners and Shakers. This is another slow build because of, it would be so quick if I put it above 4 times speed. So we're just going to yap a bit. We're going to talk. I end up messing with this roof a little bit later in the build too, because I discover like, oh, it's not going to work for the way that the rooms are set up and stuff, and having a glass roof like this wouldn't necessarily look great. So, but I do another glass roof, and it's another mid-century Palm Spring inspired build. So I hope you guys enjoy it. But I also really wanted to get fountains in here and make those work. I had a lot of fun building this. It was very interesting to test myself because I don't build spas often, and I definitely don't build spas that are meant to go in Oasis Spring even more. Like, I think this is the first time I've built like a spa that wasn't like a gym and spa. So yeah, it was pretty fun and interesting to figure out and mess with, and I wanted to put as much water features as I could in this build, which is a little funny, but I do think I managed to make it work. I was really inspired by Palm Springs for this, which, if you know me personally, is about 2 hours from where I grew up. I didn't spend a lot of time there, but it's very deserty and resort-like because it's where all the old Hollywood folks would go to relax. Um, it's really interesting because there's places in my old hometown where there's pictures of old Western actors being out there because they would go there to relax and they had their vacation homes. It's really interesting. Just like, I don't think of my hometown or the area around it as anything interesting or fascinating, or like it's just a blip on the map. Nothing cool's ever happened there. But we've got a couple actors from there and a couple actors who moved there when they retired later in life. Not that they're still alive, they're all pretty much gone now, but I do find it very interesting. Here I am just placing stalls for the bathrooms and trying to figure out how I'm going to set that up. I realized I didn't make enough room for sinks at one point, so I ended up having to expand the bathrooms, and I didn't want the doors right next to each other. I got very finicky for some reason about this. But you'll see later, like, I realized, oh, I can't have a stall, or I can't fit a sink in here, But I put the toilets in here, and I don't remember what my initial plan was, so here we go. Um, but I think it turned out pretty cool, pretty neat, some might say. What else can I yap about to you guys? I'm racking my brain for things to talk about. As you know, I've been reading a lot, and I probably ranted about the Bergman Brothers books already. So what other books could I ramble on about for the next couple minutes? But I've just been reading a lot of fantasy, or not fantasy, a lot of romance. I started a book the other day, though. I won't say what it is because I don't want there to be like any negativity towards it. It was just the audio quality was bad and the voice acting gave me the ick. So I had to go return a book I bought almost on Audible. Like, I got it a long time ago. And so it was really embarrassing to admit, like, oh, I don't like this enough to keep it. I'm never going to read it. The audio just, it hurt to listen to. And I didn't know if it would get better. didn't give it a chance, which isn't fair on my part, but at the same time, I gotta do what I gotta do. Um, Moving back to the build here, I wanted to do something like when you go into a nail salon, you have like almost like an alley of like nail stuff. But with the way that I set up the building, it doesn't work well. So I end up making just like a privatized room for it instead of those walls. Um, so like there's a private like nail area to go get your nails done. And it leaves room for like a reception area. Um, Place to go check in for your spa treatments, I guess. Yeah, I had to try and figure out the layout before I placed the windows because I'm remembering that I need to do that. Otherwise, I get really stressed when doing floor plans. Um, but yeah, no. So I'm now reading a book called The Breakup Pact, which is interesting. It is a former friends to lovers, I think. I'm hoping it's good. I'm not that far into it. I'm on chapter 8. Um, but man, those Bergman brothers had a hook in me for a good week. What else have I read recently? I burned through some Emily Henry books, which I'm obsessed with her writing. I think she is so talented, and I will never be as funny as her, which is so sad to admit, but at the same time, it is what it is. Um, I don't remember why I had to delete those fountains and then replace them. But I do know when I change them later, it is I decide I want to put bushes by the walls and then the fountains. Oh, here's the roof thing. But I mess with these fountains for so much of the video, and I'm so sorry. I don't typically use fountains, so it was a learning curve for me. But yeah, this was a different build. What other books have I read? Oh, Emily Henry. I was talking about Emily Henry. I am obsessed with that. That's also, she has a book where it's set in Palm Springs, which was an interesting choice, especially to have them do it in the summer or be in Palm Springs during the summer. That's just hot and miserable. You go there in the winter. It's a wintertime destination, because you get milder temperatures. Um, but oh, it's just her books are so fun. I'm debating if I want to get her latest book, which I think is like a big beautiful life or something. I will probably end up getting it eventually, but I'm just waiting right now. Trying not to spend too much money because I've got that big old move coming up. Um, but yeah, it is just been reading and work and making these videos, so I don't have much to yap about. Maybe I could start like researching stuff and come with like a research project for you guys. Um, but yeah, it's just been so chill lately. Like I'm sick currently, which might be why my voice sounds funny if I sound funny to anyone. Um, but you might also hear Castor snoring in the background. For that, I apologize, but also he's just a puppy. Um, but yeah, I spent some time on the landscaping and the fountains. I spend a lot of time on the fountains, to be honest. Like, I hope like you guys just kind of use this for like maybe you just like watching having Sims builds playing in the background or something, and like listening to someone like talk at you or talk to you while you work. That's probably what is good for my videos. Um, Especially these slower builds where unless I put it in, if I keep it in 4 times, if I boost it past 4 times speed, it goes so fast, like there's no video, like it would be a short. I probably could have done more with the landscaping back here, but desert landscapes are unfortunately very boring to me. I grew up in a desert. It just doesn't speak to me. It's a lot of dirt. It's a lot of dry land. It just doesn't speak to me spiritually. I don't know. I grew up in California. There's constantly droughts there. I grew up in a desert. it's dry. You have to do drought desert friendly landscaping, and it's just boring to me. It's interesting, but it's boring. And now I live in Arizona, and it's more of the same because of where I live in Arizona. It's just desert, and it's just brown, and I don't like it. I sound like I'm bitching about the desert now that I've devolved. Um, but yeah, no, I just didn't know what else to do back there, so that's where we got to. Now we're going to spend an egregious amount of time trying to figure out wallpaper for inside here. And of course, I forget to put lights in before I start putting wallpaper, so I have to like go through and do that, and I made some choices, that's for sure. But now we've got it lit. We got it lit, not lighted. That's not a word. I don't think it's a word. But yeah, I ended up building like this reception area, like you've probably seen in the gym builds that I've done, where I built like a little reception table using island countertops. I think it's just a cute way to like add some flair. Um, I'm still not entirely impressed with my reception area. I think I could have added some more chairs and some more comfort items. But because I wanted to use like indoor fountains and certain like things, I ran out of space pretty quickly. So that's on me. God, I could not figure out what I wanted to do with this floor and this wall tiles. And this is when I realized I forgot sinks, I think. Because I was trying to figure out how to put a fountain inside. Because I've seen fountains inside, not remembering that it's an item, not an actual fountain. So that's kind of embarrassing and on me for that one. But I decided I want to use those wood barriers, and I end up keeping them in the final build. But I do find that that fountain item that I was trying to think of. So you could have a nice like fountain wall behind reception. But I do think that I just think it makes it look kind of interesting. I don't think I like those panels behind it as much anymore. But gosh, I go back and forth on this floor so freaking often. Um like I said, building is a process, and I am finicky sometimes when it comes to building and like trying to build like a community space and not do too many homey touches. Um but yeah, it this was pretty fun to build once I figured out what I was doing, which took a while. It took a while to figure out what I was doing. Because like the saunas were easy. The um this is when I realized I don't have space for mirrors. Or for what's it called? Sinks. Because I saw a mirror and I was like, oh, I could use these mirrors. I was like, no, I don't have anything to put sinks in. So that took me an embarrassingly long time to realize that I just didn't do. Um, and I'm so sorry if like this entire thing where I'm placing toilet paper makes you a little dizzy. Um, did I paint the insides of the bathrooms ever? I must have. Okay. I got worried there for a second because it definitely didn't look like I did. But luckily, because I have like some of the items and stuff, the furnishing wasn't bad. It was just deciding what I wanted to do with the wall tiles and stuff. Um, but I just wanted to make something kind of like usable if you wanted to send your sim for a spa day or something. Um, oh, what I could have done was make it like a bridal spa. So like maybe like you could send your sim there to get like their hair and nails done, and like set up like the styling thing from the movie studio, which defeats the purpose of this being a spa day and base game build, but it would be an interesting idea. But we should be coming to the end of this soon. I'm just placing some small decorations around the place, and then I can jump into a tour with you all and show you the building in better detail if you want. Of course, this is a slower video, so the tour will also probably be a little bit shorter because you can get a pretty good look at what I'm doing in a lot of this. Um, I don't know what I was looking for. I could have. Oh, I was looking for the nail set. So there was like a manicure kit or something that came in, like the base game or when we got nails. Could not find it. No idea where it went. But you know, sometimes you gotta throw your hands up and take the L. Um, but I kept the decorations pretty simple. But for now, I am going to let this finish playing out, and I will see you guys in the game. So we are jumping into game now, so we can take a look at this spa build. I don't know what happens to my audio on these clips, but it is what it is. Obviously, I was inspired by Palm Springs, as I've said many times while filming. But I think it turned out so pretty and just it was a different type of build for me. Um, so when we come in, we have the reception area. This is gonna be a very short tour. Reception area, the health bar area, because that's what we're gonna call it. Um, we have the saunas back there, which there isn't much to see. We have the manicure, pedicure, foot and hand massage room. Um, we have the massage rooms next to it. Um, Sorry, I'm going faster than the video is. But we have the massage rooms, which are nice and private, and I think you'll have plenty of room to like take your sin here and do what they want and not have super long wait times. And we have the bathrooms and the lockers. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. I think it turned out pretty neat. Um, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys get to use it. Once again, it's Palm Spa and Nails. You can of course change the name, but it's up on the gallery under Shane the Spirit. But I hope you guys enjoy it. Once again, I'm fixing stuff. I'm always fixing stuff in the tours. I forgot to put the fountain trim. But I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!